Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Stampers Club. I'm Karen Tralfa, and today I have a very nautical card to share with you today. Let me show you what we're going to be playing with. It's called Sunrise Sailing, and it is a bundle. So it has the stamp set, which is very, very classic, and then some dies for both cutting the images along with some added elements. And we have these cute little waves, too, that you can create some see-through, some peekaboo type stuff here. So let me show you what I made, how I made this card. And again, very nautical, very, very subtle in colors and style, but yet very nice too. So I started out with a half a sheet of one of the brand new in colors called Cloud Cover. Gosh, I almost forgot the name of that. It's a very light, kind of a bluey gray. Very subtle color. It's kind of hard to even see here, right? And then on that, I matted it onto with some strawberry slush, which again is another returning in color. Now, this was an in color several years ago. Very, very nice color. I'm glad they brought it back. I think that's the first time I've seen them bring an in color back as an in color. I've seen them come in as part of their full color line, but not as an returning in color. And then I'm going to add some darker blue, which is one of the new colors again. This is Secret Sea. So we have 3 of the 5 new in colors this year just on this card. And look how beautifully they match each other. Nice, very nice color combination, right? And I'm going to come back in with a piece of Secret Sea, some of the waves, and some Versamark. I want this just to be a subtle image. So I'm just gonna kind of create some waves here. It's like tone on tone, so you don't really, the camera's gonna have a hard time picking this up, but I'm gonna see if I can show you. Versamark is a clear ink. It's used a lot for heat embossing. But you get this like tone on tone, right? So it just looks like little waves in the background on the blue paper, right? Now I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white that I've die cut a circle with the stylish shapes on there. And on that, I'm going to stamp my greeting in Secret Sea. I'm going to use Happy Retirement with a little bit of ink all the way around it. Happy Retirement. See if I can not get that on the paper. Perfect. All right, so I want to use some dimensionals on this to mat these two together. And I'm going to just get some of the small ones here around the edges, because I'm just going to go around the circle here. I just get a few of them around here, just to hold this cardstock in place. We're gonna use some other ones too, but right now we're just gonna hold this in place. Just want to get my paper lined up here. All right, get all these little backings off. All right, so I want to have this. These aren't even the same size. I cut it a little smaller. Just want to get those waves kind of on the bottom half of that. Perfect. So even though it doesn't need to be the exact same size, so I just did it so that I'm getting those waves in the bottom half of my circle, right? And then I'm going to add some, I want to add more dimensionals on that, or leave it just like that. I think I'm going to leave it just like that, but I'm going to stick a couple in the bottom here. Whoops. So I want to help hold this down with without having the edges get kind of curled, right? Let me pull these backings off. Ah, pieces of paper. Just going to tuck them up underneath the edges there. All right, like so. Perfect. Then we're going to add some tape to the center, and we're going to add that to the card right here. Right, like so. Perfect. Okay, So I'm going to add a couple things here. I've already die cut out some of the clouds, also in Secret Sea. So I'm just going to kind of layer these in on the card here. So get some. This one I'm going to leave just up here in the corner. Okay. And then this one I'm going to put on a dimensional. And I'm probably going to have to clip off a portion of that. So let me clip a side of this off. We don't need the whole thing. I'm going to put it up here underneath the edge here. Slide that in there, maybe. Come on. I'm going to slide that in a little bit higher, right like that. Perfect. All right. Now, before I add the third one, I want to add a couple of seagulls. And this is also in Secret Sea. I'm going to add one there and one there. And then I'm also going to stamp one on this cloud. Perfect. Okay. So this one here, I get a dimensional right here. And I want to put that right over the top of that, but I want it to come over the front of this. So we have like 3 little clouds with some seagulls flying around, right? All right, now I've die cut out some of the sailboat pieces. So we have a big sailboat and a little sailboat, and then I have the sails. Now the sails, I actually used some foil paper. This is called floral foils. And isn't this just gorgeous, right? So you get a sheet, you actually get 2 sheets. You get 2 sheets of, I believe this is Pretty in Pink, Cloud Cover, and Strawberry Slush. But you get 1 sheet of each pattern. So you get this kind of crosshatch pattern, and you get this floral pattern. So you get a crosshatch and a floral of each of the 3 colors. So you get 3 colors, 3 patterns. So you have 6 sheets total. So very nice paper. So on these sailboats, going to glue I'm going to use liquid glue. So I'm going to add some liquid glue to the part that's larger. Come on, glue. There we go. I don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way on this stuff right here. And I'm going to just add that right over it just as this is a great way to hold these together. And then they line up beautifully too. And then same for this one. Put my adhesive on the wide side, and then get my little foil piece over here over the top of it. So it's a great way to help line these up. So you're not dealing with a bunch of tiny, tiny, tiny pieces. Right? And you can choose to have the sail mast show or not show, your choice. I've done it both ways, right? Where you can see some of the mast in there, or you can choose to hide the whole thing, which I did on this card. So I'm going to slide that over, okay? So I'm going, whoops, the glue was not quite dry yet there. There we go. I'm going to give this a little bit of a bend. That's the nice thing about foil. It's also going to keep its shape too. And I want to add a dimensional. Okay. And I want to put this one, you know what? I think I'm going to put my dimensional. No, that'll be fine. I'm going to put my sailboat a little bit over here. There we go. All right. And then I think I need a dimensional underneath the other half of that sail. It's like laying funny. Put one under there. There, now it's not laying so funny. And then this one, I do not need it. I want to put a dimensional on that one too. Yeah, I'll put a little one over here. Just a little one. Put a little one. You only need one. All right. And I'm going to tuck that a little bit behind this sailboat here, just so that they look like they're running next to each other. Perfect. And then voila, we have a cute little happy retirement because, you know, I'm a boater, not necessarily a sailboater, been on lots of them though. But I mean, isn't that a great way to look forward to your retirement is to have a little sailing action going on while you're going to be able to do that? You know, when you don't have to go to work anymore, you have lots of free time to do all kinds of things, right? Why don't you pop in the comments what your dream retirement activity is going to be or is already if you're retired? And I would love to have to know what everybody out there does in their retirement. I'm getting close. So I just wanted to have some idea of what I should start thinking about when I fully retire from my day job, not my Stampin' Up job. I love this job. I love sharing with you guys. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You will definitely want to see some future videos and go back and watch some of the other ones if you haven't already done so. I'd love to be able to inspire you. In other words, you guys have a stamp happy day. Bye now.